Next is an important asana for the lower back and for the spinal cord. Keep both the feet together and hands resting on the sides, palms facing down. This is an important asana for the health of lower back and the spinal cord. First you have to lie straight in Shavasana and then you have to lie on your stomach in Markatasana. In these two postures, you will be practicing some very easy asanas which will prove effective in controlling ailments related to the spinal cord such as cervical spondylitis, slip disc, sciatica. Millions of people around the world are suffering from the diseases related to spinal cord. It is estimated that 4 to 5% of the people around the world, including India, are today suffering from pain in the lower back. This exercise will relieve you of this pain. Lift your right leg at an angle of 90 degrees, very gently. Knees straight, toes stretched, then slowly rest it down. Now lift your other leg. You have to raise it slowly. Knees straight of both the legs, then slowly bring it down. It is an important exercise, effective in lower back pain. On the first day, practice it only once. One more exercise for the lower back pain. Fold your right leg from the knee. Interlock the fingers of your hand and rest them below the knee, holding it properly. Remember, you don't have to lift your head. You have to breathe out and bring your knee close to your chest so as to touch it. Toes should be stretched facing down. This is Ardha Pavan Muktasana, effective in lower back pain. Do not lift your head. Patients of cervical spondylitis, lower back pain and spinal cord. Do not lift your head. Then slowly straighten your leg and rest your hands down. Now fold the other leg. Toes of both the legs should be stretched downwards. Now while breathing out, press your knee so that it touches your chest. Do not raise your head. The other leg completely straight. Press your knee to touch the chest. And then while coming back to the same posture, rest both your hands on the sides. Then fold both your legs together. After folding them together, with the help of interlocked fingers, press your knees so that it touches your chest. You will not raise your head. It is called Ardha Pavan Muktasana, an important asana for your waist. Now come back to the same posture. One more important asana for the lower back. Kandharasana, which you did earlier, is also an important asana for the lower back. Now you fold both of your legs for the next Kate Uttanasana. Palm of both the hands facing down. Your buttocks and shoulders both resting on the floor. Now while breathing in, you will lift your waist up. You have to raise it up. Raise it up. And then gently bring it down. Downwards. You have to press your spinal cord down so that it touches the floor. Your katir bag, that is waist, will touch the floor. Again lift your waist. Waist will be stretched upwards. Stomach would be stretched, waist would be stretched, but your shoulders and buttocks will remain touching the floor. Again come back to the same posture. It is an easy and effortless yogasana. Once again lift your waist, upward, and then slowly bring it downward. It is a very easy and effortless yogasana for lower back, an important asana for those suffering from sciatica pain, slip disc. Now straighten your legs. One more asana for the lower back, Markatasana. Both the arms raised to the level of shoulders, palms should face upward. Fold both the legs from your knees. Fold both the legs. Knees and toes of both the legs joined together. While inhaling, you have to turn the legs to the right. Right knee resting on the floor and left one over the right. Turn your neck to the left, that is towards the opposite side. Lungs filled with air. Now while breathing out, come back to the same posture very slowly, stopping in between. Now again while inhaling, turn your legs to the left. Left knee touching the floor and right knee above the left. Right knee above the left, toe above toe, ankle above ankle and heel above heel, and neck towards the opposite side. Legs towards the left and neck towards the right. Arms parallel to the shoulders, palms facing upwards. Come back to the original posture while stopping in between. This was first pose of Markatasana. Now let's practice the second pose of the Markatasana. Keep your folded legs at some distance from each other. Now while breathing in, turn your legs towards right. Right knee resting on the ground and left knee above the heel and toe of the right knee. Neck towards left, that is on the opposite side, and the breath still in. Now while exhaling, come back to the original posture, stopping in between. Practice from the other side as well. Bend your legs towards left. Left knee touching the ground, right knee over the heel and ankle of the left one and neck towards the right. Neck is always towards the opposite side of the legs. Hold your breath in. Now while exhaling, come back to the same posture. So these were the two postures of Markatasana. Now third posture of Markatasana. First straighten your legs. It's an easy and effortless practice of yoga. If you have pain in the lower back, then do not strain yourself. But if you are healthy, then raise your legs as much as you can. But if you have pain in the lower back, then lift your leg as much as you can and try to take it towards the hand of the opposite side. Those who are healthy will raise it to 90 degrees. Now lift your right leg. Knees of both the legs will remain straight. The leg resting on the ground should be straight. The leg raised to an angle of 90 degrees should also be straight. Now turn the right leg towards your left hand as much as you can. Neck turned towards the right. Then again raise your leg to an angle of 90 degrees and slowly bring it down in resting position. Now lift your left leg to an angle of 90 degrees. Knees of both the legs will remain straight. Now turn this leg towards your right hand as much as you can. Knees will remain straight and neck towards opposite direction. If you suffer from pain in the lower back, then do not strain yourself. Turn your leg to the maximum. Again lift it to an angle of 90 degrees. Your knees will remain straight. Now slowly bring your leg back to the resting position on the ground. So these were the 3 postures of Markatasana, which can be practiced while lying down in Shavasana. Now next is an asana which may keep your spinal cord and lower back healthy. As far as Yogasana is concerned, these are the 2 body parts that should remain healthy. Practice of Yogasana is helpful in reducing stomach related ailments, and practice of small exercises has proved effective in subsiding joint pains. And for the health of spinal cord, the practice of Yogasana is very important, and one such asana is Makarasana, where you have to lie on your stomach. From your left side, lie down on your stomach. Rest palms of both the hands below your chin. With the help of folded arms, make a stand. Elbows should be joined together. Fingers and thumb touching your cheeks. Keep your feet joined together. Fold one of your leg from the knee and then straighten it. Repeat the same with the other leg. It's an important exercise for your spinal cord, which may subside sciatica pain, cervical spondylitis. If you have arthritis, then along with this, you can also massage with the oil which we have prescribed in the special episode on the spinal cord. One after another, you have to fold both the legs and then straighten them. It may subside the pain of knee and also the lower portion of the spinal cord. Fold and bend your legs so much so that ankle may touch the hip portion. Now practice with both the legs together. Fold both the legs together and then straighten them. It's an important exercise for the spinal cord. Take a breath in and fold your legs, and then, while exhaling, straighten them. It is an easy and effortless yogasana for the health of your spinal cord. It is known as Makarasana that can be practiced with ease without much strain. Now we will practice Bhujangasana. Leg will remain straight, hands on either side of the chest, chin resting on the ground. Now while breathing in, start lifting your chest. Legs straight and feet joined together. And you have to look up, neck stretched upwards to the maximum. While breathing out, slowly come down to the same posture. Do remember, when you lift your chest, you have to raise your body till the navel. Do this while inhaling. Practice it once again. You have to look up. Elbows should be folded a little, feet should be joined together, and breathe in. Now while breathing out, come back to the same posture. This was the first pose of Bhujangasana. These asanas can be practiced for more than one time. Now the second pose of the Bhujangasana. Rest both the hands below your chest. Left palm on the ground and right one above that. Right palm over the left, chin on the ground and feet joined together. Now while inhaling, lift your chest upward. Take a breath and lift your chest. Slowly straighten your elbows. Lift your upper body till the navel portion. You have to look up. An important exercise for your spinal cord, especially for those suffering from lower back pain. Now while breathing out, slowly come down. An effective and important exercise for the patients of cervical spondylitis. You have to inhale and lift your chest upward. Let us once again practice this second pose of the Bhujangasana. While breathing in, slowly lift your chest. While doing so, elbows will become straight and you will look upward. Feet joined together, chest stretched upward. While breathing out, slowly come down to the same posture. Now the third pose of Bhujangasana. Feet joined together, hands on either sides of your chest. Now while breathing in, lift your chest upward and also your hands. You will look upward with feet joined together. Now while breathing out, come back. Feet still joined together. Now the fourth pose of Bhujangasana. Chin resting on the ground. Separate your feet by a distance of about 1 foot. Now while inhaling, lift your chest upward. You have to lift it very slowly. Then from the right shoulder, try to look at the ankle of the left foot. You have to look from above the shoulder. Now while exhaling, come down slowly. Now once again while breathing in, raise your chest upward. And from your left shoulder, try to look behind at the ankle of the right foot, that is at the ankle of the opposite foot. Now while breathing out, come down slowly. One more important exercise for spinal cord. If you have any problem related to the spinal cord, you may practice these asanas and find relief. Rest both the hands below your thighs. It is called Shalabhasana. Chin resting on the ground, toes stretched backward. Now lift your right leg to an angle of 30 degrees. Knees straight and toes stretched. Lift as much as you can. Do not overstrain yourself. It is an important exercise for the spinal cord. Shalabhasana. Slowly bring your leg down and lift the other leg. Slowly raise your leg and then bring it down. Those suffering from pain in the spinal cord may practice only once on the first day. Then gradually they may increase the practice to many times. Now the second pose of Shalabhasana. Bring your right hand in front and keep the left hand over the lower back. If you choose to get operated for your spinal cord, that can have a negative impact in the long run, resulting even in paralysis. About 99% of the problems related to spinal cord may subside if you practice Yogasana. Now while breathing in, lift your right arm, lift it, and head also. Right arm should be touching your right ear. You will also lift your left foot. Slowly you will come back to the same posture. Now change the positions of your hands. Left arm in front and right arm above the lower back. Left arm should be touching the left ear. Now while breathing in, lift your left arm and right leg together. Lift arm and head both. Arm should be touching your ear. Chin raised up and even the chest but slightly. Then while breathing out, come down to the same posture. Now the third practice of Shalabhasana. Place both the hands on your lower back. Hold the wrist of the left hand with your right hand. Hold it properly. Now while breathing in, lift your chest upwards. Hands stretched behind above the hips and feet joined together. Then while breathing out, slowly come down. Now you have to lift your body from both the sides. This is the fourth posture of Shalabhasana. Fill your lungs with air. From front, lift your chest upward, and from behind, lift your feet. Hands stretched behind, resting above the hips. While breathing out, come down. Now, rest for a while in Makarasana. This is how we do it. Place the palm of your right hand above the left hand and rest your forehead above this. Keep your feet apart. Toes outwards and ankles towards inside in natural position. This is the resting posture of Makarasana. Now, turning towards the left, slowly sit straight. These were few important asanas for the spinal cord.